Hello there and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 31st of July and I'm here as always to give you a daily dose of the latest gaming news. Today I have some news for you concerning Nintendo, as they have released some information regarding the first financial quarter of this year, mostly to do with the Wii U sales, but also as their sales figures, profits and so forth as a company. And in the quarter just gone, the Wii U units sold totaled just 160,000, which does represent a significant decline from the previous financial quarter, when the company also fell short of its target with 450,000 Wii U sales. So it's down from the previous quarter, which also was, of course, short of target. Lifetime Wii U sales now stand at 3,610,000, which is quite some way short of the 5.5 million unit sales that Nintendo initially expected by the end of April. And they have said that the Wii U's underperformance was, quote, mainly due to the release of few key first-party titles this quarter to strongly drive the hardware sales. And in the 3 months which ended June 30th, Wii U software sales came in at just over 1 million, which takes the lifetime software sales for the console to 14.44 million. However, it's not all doom and gloom, as despite the poor unit sales for the Wii U, the Nintendo's financial performance as a company was more encouraging. First quarter net sales rose 3.8% year on year to 81.5 billion yen, which is about £546 million or $832 million. And the company actually swung from a loss of 17.2 billion yen, which is 115 million pounds or $175 million for the same period last year, to a net profit at 8.6 billion yen, which is 57 million pounds or $88 million. So compared to last year, where there were 17.2 billion in loss, they've actually made a net profit. However, the brightest star shining for Nintendo at the moment was the 3DS, selling 1.4 million units and just over 11 million software units in that quarter, which takes the lifetime hardware sales for the handheld to just under 32.5 million and software sales to just over 106 million. However, the Wii is still selling, as Wii U sales of 210,000 units helped push the rather outdated system past 100 million lifetime sales. 3.67 million Wii games were also sold in that first quarter, meaning almost 873 million Wii titles have now been sold since the console first came out in 2006. Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS sales forecast for the full financial year ending March 31st, 2014, however, do remain unchanged from the previous guidance. The firm does expect to sell 9 million Wii U hardware units and 38 million Wii U games during that period, as well as 18 million 3DS units and 80 million games for the handheld console. So there you have it, the full financial information for Nintendo this financial quarter. So it's definitely not going well for the Wii U, and we're pretty much seeing a steady decline. Of course, the last financial quarter they were also down, and also, of course, fell short of the target, and of course they are now down from that again. And the lifetime Wii U sales are down by quite a significant margin, as they didn't even reach 4 million, so they're about 1.5 or something million units short of what they expected by the end of April, and this of course was the quarter ending June 30th. So we'll have to see what happens for the full quarter, but I think realistically they should adjust their expectations for the Wii U, as we're not really seeing any signs of improvement concerning that console. I mean, it's good that the 3DS is finally jumping back after a bit of a rough start. I think now that finally all these big games have been announced or already released for the console, such as, of course, Pokemon X and Y, and, of course, all the Zelda games and all of that, people are finally making the transition over to the 3DS, because, of course, when you bring over your big-name titles, those fans are going to follow. So I'm glad that the 3DS is doing better, because it is a good piece of hardware, a good piece of kit. I haven't yet managed to get my hands on one, but I definitely will be, as I want to be playing Pokemon X and Y when it comes out, and I want to be finally being able to play Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. So, not really good for the Wii U as a console, but as a company, Nintendo definitely doing better, which is always good to see. With such a, of course, legendary company with a stake in a lot of our childhoods, it's never good to see them in trouble. So I'm glad they're starting to bounce back at least a little bit. So let's hope that the Wii U does better, but to be honest, I don't think they should hold their breath. I think it's much more smart to hold your faith in the 3DS, given that it's showing a big improvement since its original launch. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.